You ever say something that you didn't want to say? Words are like bullets. Once they leave the barrel of the gun, you can't call it back. Words are the same way. You can't call words back once they come out of your mouth. Women mirror our peace, calm, and stability. But it starts with you. You think they're just like this radical person who's acting on their own. What's happening is they are mirroring you. If you are not dialed in, your relationship's not going to be dialed in. Is your woman, girlfriend, wife anxious? Is she always on edge? Is she fearful about world events, new pandemics, politics, the bullshit going on in the world, the news? How you react to everything is going to make a huge difference in her life, which will then be volleyed back to you. So whether that woman is a girlfriend or a wife or even a daughter, you have the opportunity to create calm, peace, and stability in people's lives. The calm as a superpower. The benefits for her. She has reduced anxiety. She feels safe when he doesn't escalate with her emotions. You are not in react mode every time she has a bad day. She's bouncing things off of you and how you react. And I'm no relationship expert, believe me. But these are my observations when I've dug a little deeper into this. You can escalate her emotions, or you can calm her emotions by the way that you react to things. Number two, one of the benefits to her is stronger feminine energy. Calmness gives her, your calmness, gives her permission to lean into her femininity, rest in her feminine. She leans into softness and receptivity. But man, you can close that door. You can slam that door with the way you act and react to her. Number three, it gives more trust. When you are steady, calm, and stable, she trusts your leadership and your judgment. Number four, there's increased attraction. Women are magnetized to men who remain calm under pressure and don't lose their shit. Number five, it gives her an emotional reset. He becomes the grounding wire that helps discharge her stress. But a woman literally can help diffuse your anger, your stress. But you have to model that for her, and then she gives it back to you. Women really are sounding boards. They are mirrors of you. Number six, for her, there's better sleep and health. If she has peace in her environment, it improves her rest and well-being. That's so important. I'll never forget one time I came home. I used to drive an hour and 10 minutes into the city when I lived pretty far away from the city. And the commute, just the commute alone helped de-stress me and helped me kind of decompress by the time I got home. And then I got a job that was 5 minutes from home. This is many years ago. This is over 2 decades ago. And it took me all of 5 minutes to get home from work at the end of the day, which means I didn't have an hour and 10 minutes to decompress, to de-stress. And I brought it home with me. Now, women are very perceptive many times. I walked in the door stressed out, and she could sense that I was stressed out. She could sense that I didn't have a great day. And she says, very calmly, why don't you go take a motorcycle ride? I put down my stuff, suited up, put on my helmet, leather jacket, rode around the lake, around some mountainous kind of roads, country roads, and then came back home about 45 minutes later. I walk in the door And what did she say to me within just a few seconds? She says, there's my husband. And that was cool. She recognized it, and she knew what I needed to do. Rather than moan and groan and escalate things that were already escalated in my head from having a not so perfect day, she literally read me like a book, gave me a prescription. I took the motorcycle ride. And that's the one thing that just calms me down. It's just being on two wheels and being out on the open road. It was beautiful. Riding around the lake and seeing a dam, stopping there, watching the water just kind of flow over the dam. It was magnificent. And it calmed me down. But she took the initiative. What if you took the initiative to read your woman, your girlfriend, your wife, and make a prescription? An accurate prescription. You model that, sir, and then she mirrors you. Rather than you complaining, like, you're always in a bad mood, or where's my hug, or gee, how was your day? You know, the sarcastic kind of stuff that never helps. There's more respect. She sees the man, sees you, as a guy that doesn't get rattled, which is pretty rare in today's world. Here's some benefits of your superpower to you. Number 8, self-mastery. Remaining calm sharpens your discipline and emotional control. You ever say something that you didn't want to say? Words are like bullets. Once they leave, like when a bullet leaves the barrel of a gun, you can't call it back. Words are the same way. You can't call words back once they come out of your mouth. How many here have ever said something that they regret to their girlfriend or their wife? I'll be the first to raise my hand. Number 9, increased authority. People in general, not just women, follow calm leaders, not loud leaders. Number 10, there's less drama. That's a benefit for you. Peaceful leadership keeps chaos from creeping into your relationship or your marriage. Number 11, longevity in relationships, which I don't know a lot about. I didn't have a long, healthy, happy marriage, so I'm really not qualified to speak on those things. My strength is helping men recover from a tailspin, from a divorce or a breakup. That's one thing that I do better than anyone that I know. Women leave men who are stressed out, bring stress, and who don't bring calm in the door. Number 12, there's an enhanced masculine aura. Calm is an attractive quality. It's a masculine quality in a man. It's more powerful than bravado, more powerful than being macho. 13, higher value in the marketplace. What does that mean? That means other men respect you, women desire you, and children look up to you. Number 14, your personal sanity. I like to say that this is the only home of sanity, clarity, and reason. By being the rock in the relationship, you avoid the emotional roller coaster that ruins just about every single man. Don't ever put your woman in the scenario where she has to be the rock in the relationship. If she has to assume a masculine role in the relationship, it's over. She will start to despise you. That's the beginning of the end right there. Number 15, in the relationship, there is de-escalation of conflict. Arguments always die down when you remove the fuel of emotions from them. Arguments disappear. Conflict disappears when one of the two parties remains calm. That's why I say to people who are having some relationship issues, when do you discuss issues? Is it 9 o'clock at night when everyone's tired? I like to say, have your discussions during the daytime or before 6 o'clock at the kitchen table and talk with the lights on, not while the TV's on, not while the radio's playing, not while you're watching a podcast, not while you're in bed. Listen, women are emotional. You are rational, sir. They look to you for rational thinking. And you need to model that for her. If you fly off the handle, are easily angered, then she's going to mirror that. And then guess what? There's going to be no resolution in sight. Who's guilty of escalating things with the way that they react to things? I'll be the first to raise my hand. I've done it. And I regret it. Number 16. The relationship is stable over time. Storms come and go. Financial stresses come and go. People get sick. Family members die. Nations have uprisings. Politics is crazy. But your calmness keeps the relationship steady. Number 17, you make better decisions. So cooler heads make smarter decisions regarding financial things, parenting, relationship things, life choices, career choices. Number 18, there is mutual growth in the relationship. With less emotional chaos, there's more room for growth, travel, building together. Number 19, there's deeper intimacy. Emotional safety fuels physical intimacy and openness. There's a couple kinds of sex in a relationship. There's, people joke around about make-up sex, where you're angry at each other and you slam the phone and then eventually your hormones take over and you might be angry, but you both want physical needs met. And the jokes around make-up sex, that it's just always great. Is it done in a loving way? I'm not so sure. I think the thrusting is more of an angry thrusting, and her doing what she does is more of an angry stuff. But you kind of, sometimes intimacy, sexual relations can be a release valve for a couple. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about it. Once you're done making babies, what is sex good for? It's a release valve. It's a way to become closer. Now, is it as often as when you were younger or first together? Of course not. When you first met somebody, you were having sex 3 times a day, marathon sex. You didn't leave the bedroom. And then things just get less and less and less and less. And that's just life in general. That doesn't mean the relationship is dying or the flame is gone or anything like that. That's called being normal. And number 20, there's an impact on the legacy of the relationship.